Okay, let's see if I can make you guys a video to show you how to use the Fire Stick that I sent you. So first of all, let's see if I can adjust this. If you got the Fire Stick in the mail, then you have a fake account installed on it. So the first thing you would have to do is go up to the settings here. So you go over to settings at the end, and then you would just have to go over to my account, and when you click on my account here, you have to deregister the account, the fake account that's on here, and then you'll be able to log into your own Amazon account. So you only need to do that if you want to have your own account on here, so that later on when you try to purchase something, it'll let you purchase it. Because right now, with the fake account installed, there's no credit card attached to that, so you won't be able to buy anything, and eventually Amazon will probably get rid of all of the fake accounts at some point. So just going back to the home screen here, if we press the home button, the home button is right there, the house. Okay, so when you look at your first line there with your apps installed, I have, let's get out of there, I have the Silk browser installed. So if you select the Silk browser, you'll see that there will be bookmarks in here once it loads up. Now if you get a page like this, all you have to do with the Silk browser is press the menu button right here, and that'll take you to the bookmarks. And you see here I have 5 or 6 websites pre-bookmarked for you where you can actually watch movies. So all you have to do is click on one of those websites. This one here makes you do, and then you just scroll up to movies. This is flickstore.com, and when you click on movies here, it will load up the movies for you. It's running a little slow right now for some reason, but here's the movies, and these are newer movies here, as you can see. And if you just click on one of these movies, it will again, sometimes you have to do the threat wall again. Remember, this is all free, so sometimes you have to get rid of ads. Sometimes you have to do the threat wall like this, where it'll ask you to do a CAPTCHA, verify, and then once it knows that you are a human, it will go to the movie. So when the movie comes up here, sometimes on Flickstore, the sound is shut off. You see how there's a little X here by the sound, so you have to click that, and you will get the sound on. Also, if you want to make this movie bigger here, you click the arrow buttons here, just like you're on YouTube, and that'll give you a full movie. So that's just, again, if you hit the menu button right here, it'll go back to the bookmarks. You can select a different website. There's about Hulu123.net. There's a few different ones I put on here for you. So that's how you use the Silk browser. Okay, we go back to the home button here, and you're going to have a couple movie apps installed here. One of them is going to be Movies HD. So you can see Movies HD there. I'm going to select that, and when you select Movies HD, that'll come up for you. And again, you have to, now when you use Movies HD or Showbox, you have to use the mouse. So I did install the mouse on your Fire Stick. To get the mouse, because if you try to move around like we just did when we was on the Silk browser, we was able to move the cursor around by just moving the around the button here. That won't work on these apps, so you have to activate the mouse by pressing the start button here twice, real fast, twice. And when you do that, you see that the little cursor now shows up for you. See how I'm moving that little cursor around? And then that way you're able to select the movie. Now if you want to scroll down, you can't just go down with the cursor. What you have to do is you have to use either the menu button here to scroll up or the forward button here to scroll down. So if you see, if I press this, it will then scroll down, and if I press the menu button, it'll scroll back up. Okay, and then if I move, if I press on the circle disc here one way or the other, it'll move the cursor to where I want it to go. So say I want to watch this movie here, Mandy, I click on that. Now this is a little bit different. You have to then scroll up and you have to select, when you're on Movies HD, you have to scroll up here, you have to select Video. Then you have to go over here and actually select the video, and then you'll have a couple choices here as to the file quality and the server. So you just select the first one. That's what I usually do. You scroll down here and you click on play. Now once you click on play, the movie will come up. Sometimes you'll get an ad. Okay, sometimes it'll say it can't play the video and it'll give you a box like this. If that happens, you just hit your back button here and you just get out of there because you don't want to leave there.
At Huntington, we're always thinking of ways to help customers.
Now right now it just put an ad on. This happens sometimes. We just take our scroll, come over here, and we skip the ad, right? We skip the ad. Okay, we click the back button again. Can't play the video, okay. When it can't play the video, what you're going to do is now, you know, most of the time the videos will play, but sometimes that happens. So I'm glad that happened there because I could show you. We're going to select that movie again, and this time we're going to try, okay, it's going to give us an ad. So the way to get rid of the ads is you have to click the X. Okay, now we're going to scroll back down. Sometimes it takes a little while, but again, these are free movies, and they're movies that are in the theaters right now. We're going to collect this. We're going to click that next one, and we're trying to play that. Okay, again, we're going to get an ad. Okay, we have to scroll up. We have to get rid of the ad, and now the movie's going to play for us. And you see that movie is playing. So that's how you use Movies HD. And you have to get rid of the ads sometimes. Now the other, that's Movies HD. The other app that I have installed on here for movies, besides going to the websites on the Silk browser and Movies HD, is Showbox. So Showbox, again, we have to activate the mouse feature to scroll around in Showbox. Okay, so it wants to update, and we got hit with an ad here right away. So we're going to go up here to the X. Again, with Showbox and with Movies HD, you're going to get ads. We're not going to update this right now, but if it asks you to do that, you'll want to do that eventually. Now, if you go over here in Showbox, you have to scroll up here to the, let's see if you can see that. Can't see it. So up here is the menu. You see my little round cursor moving around? So up here is the menu. You click on that. It's going to give you your selections here. And we're going to scroll down here to new releases. So, and then here's our new releases, movies. I don't know if we select, let me just make sure that I did hit new releases. Again, I have to scroll down here. New releases. So this is our new releases here. So you see we have the Avengers. He's out there. And again, we just, see what we got. We're going to click on He's Out There. And there's a little button there that says Watch Now. We're going to click on Watch Now. And this movie will load up and play for us. So, this one's taking a little bit longer than usual, but and there it goes. So it'll load up for us. Sometimes it does take a little bit longer, but it's going to load up. So what I've showed you guys so far is we're going to go back to the home screen here now. And what I've showed you guys so far is I've showed you how to use, you have Showbox here, right? That's an app. And again, when you go to move around in that, you have to activate the mouse button whenever you use Showbox or Movies HD. There's Showbox, there's Movies HD. Now, you have to activate the mouse button on those two apps. And to do that, you press the start button, like I said, twice. Okay? And that allows you to move around. So again, if we select Movies HD here, we were already playing a movie, so it's going to go back to that movie. So if we want to, we have to hit the back button a couple times here to get back to the screen. And again, if I hit that start button twice, you'll see that my cursor shows up, and now I can move that around, right?
Hey, you playing football this year?
So again, so we got Showbox on there. We have Movies HD, and then of course we have the Silk browser, which I showed you, where I have websites actually bookmarked to play movies. Okay, so again, that's the Silk browser. And you'll see I have the bookmarks already in here for you. There's Flickstore, Flinex, Hulu 123, HBO, Movies, X Movies, Yes Movies. And all you're doing here is you're just going to a website. You can go to these websites on your laptop if you wanted to the same way and just watch movies. This is sometimes the best way to watch the movies because they seem to play a lot better from when you go to these online movie sites. But again, if you don't want to do that, you also have Movies HD and Showbox, right? Now another thing that I put on here for you is called mobdro. And mobdro has basically all the cable channels, but the thing about mobdro is, let's select mobdro, that's that thing right there. This has all the channels, all the cable channels, but it's not in HD. So you can go to channels, you can go to news stations, shows, movies, sports, right? You can click on, oh, my battery's going to die here, I got to hurry up. Click on sports, and sometimes there's some problems with this, and you won't be able to get to certain things, but most of the time this will work for you. Right now, there's a problem with it, but most of the time this does work. So that's basically what I have installed on the Firestick for you. I also have Kodi on there as well, but I will have to make another video about that because that's a little more involved. But what I do want to show you is real fast is if when you deactivate or deregister the account that's on here and you put your own on here, your apps may no longer show up like I have them for you here. Okay, so if that happens, all you have to do is scroll all the way over. Right. Well, first of all, that's recent, so we're going to go to apps. They might not show up in order like I have them for you here. So you just scroll over to See All. You click on See All, and then you'll have to scroll down, and you'll see your apps down here at the bottom. Okay, and then once you click on them, they'll show up for you up above. Or if you hit the menu button, right, the menu button, it'll bring up over to the left here that you want to move it to the front, and then you can just move that to the front. So I hope this video helps you. If you have more questions or you still can't seem to navigate around your Firestick to watch the movies, then contact me by email or on Facebook, and we can talk over the phone and I can help you. But I wanted to make this quick video so that you would at least know how to access the movies using the Silk browser, right? Using Silk browser, Movies HD, and Showbox. So again, that's how you access the movies on your Firestick that I put, the apps that I put on there for you. If you have any questions, contact me by email or on Facebook and we can chat on the phone.